which is basically Art Deco, kind of Art Deco stylings. All right, we've got our one champion, folks. It's Beestingers Unleashed. Here we go. With one Beestinger. What did I just get? I just got something. Oh, we got more blessings. Okay. I forgot about that. No. Okay, thanks. Stop flashing at me now, please. Hey, we can get another gold chest. Bought it from the wrong place, but that's okay. There it is. There's Bruner's blue. And there's a blue for Rosie. Her stuffed jar of eyeballs. Alright. The beholder tentacles in the beard. Well, that's the thing, is there we joked like for Halloween, Cthulhu War, and it's a Cthulhu version of me with tentacle beard, right? Which I thought would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. That would be the Halloween change. Like I would want, certain seasonal maybe changes or holiday, art that changed a little bit, and that would have been the holiday kind of adjustment for Halloween. Okay, so see for 6, 884 without Shandy. I'm sure it's 10. We're not doing the speed drops from 10 to 846. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is at all. That doesn't sound. That sounds weird. That's a bug for CNE. You're getting effectively a speed potion buff, but it's only for a certain amount of time, it feels like, and then it's fallen off. Blackbeard famously had lit fuses in his beard. Yeah. That was a big thing. He would weave them in, and they were long, and then he'd light them on fire before boarding combat to just be an imposing visual effect with his big black beard and these sparking things, which I guess is pretty dangerous. It's risky for your beard, but yeah. Yeah, no, everybody said we need a t-shirt that's the good way. Yeah. Maybe the forever potions aren't forever, Lediath. Maybe something's going on and one of them's like it's triggering as if it were a small and it's wearing off after 5 minutes. Can you time it? Is it 5 minutes in? You said it's around a certain zone, but what time is that? You don't have any event boons. Still, get a time on it. It sounds like maybe there's a small speed potion effect kicking in. But who knows why, right? There would be a pirate theme. I mean, yeah, I would want to, obviously the general thing is dwarves. I think there would need to be kind of a pirate version. You would need a Halloween where it kind of goes Cthulhu War. We would need a holiday, like a winter holiday. I don't know if there's any others beyond that I would care to do. I'm not Irish, so St. Patty's Day isn't necessarily one that we'd need green for. Yeah. But more like season, like Halloween to me is this kind of a season. It's the Halloween season now, kind of like the winter holidays would be snow and stuff, right? I don't know that we would do a turkey, no. Easter bunny. Summer beach, no. Oh. I think Halloween, this the spooky season, and the winter and the snowy season, we would do things like that. And then there's the pirate season, of course. Yeah. But even that, I think that's a lot of overlays to ask for. It's a lot of artwork. But you got to find the base version first, and then you got to figure out how to slightly alter that. It's always pirate season, sure, but there's a talk like a pirate day, and isn't it in September or something? So, is it September? Hold on. Yeah, September 19th. So, September might be the pirate overlay. And then October would be the spooky holiday. And then December, and you've got a normal for November because I'm not doing turkeys. And then December is, snow and lights and whatever. So for those of you who don't know, there is a scaling attack speed boost here. Their attack and ultimate cooldowns are greatly reduced, so the attack speed is way faster. Ultimate cooldowns are locked at 40 seconds. If we ever get her upgraded to that, we will eventually. Deflect missiles has no cooldown, which means she dodges every ranged attack, which is cool. And anyone next to her dodges any ranged attack. The damage is increased in each area, and the way the damage gets increased is basically you're going to be sitting at, well, we're a bit ways above it, but when we get to the point where it really needs to kick in, your bud is basically going to match the area base monster health. And so having like a fire breath potion on in this just means you never really get touched except by the frost giant. And if you handle the frost giant run, I think it's going to be tough. Frost giant's going to be tough with just Rosie. But I never had a problem really beating the frost giant. And if I started to have a problem, I could just pop the ultimate and problem solved. So. How to make overlays for free? Okay. Well, I can make my own overlays. I made this one, which is kind of not one. It's overlay free. I've made overlays in the past. I don't like the way it turns out. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like my artwork. I don't like what I do that way. So I would like an artist to do it. Right, somebody who knows how to make. Ultimately, that's a UI, right? Like someone who can design a good looking UI for my stream effectively. You're not interfacing with anything, but you're basically, it's like creating a game UI, right? Yeah, the overall theme. But there's versions of this stream. If you go back far enough, there's some with like a metal overlay with like rivets and things that I pieced together, and I just didn't. Ultimately, I was like, I took pieces from I've taken pieces from old games, like UIs from old games that no longer exist, and pieced it together. But at the end of the day, I'm like, it just doesn't really work. That's like the audio cues that kick in. That's VO from Dawngate. Don't sue me, EA. Look, you shut the game down. Deal with it. Deal with it. But yeah. Man, I love this attack animation. I just wish she didn't suck. It's so cool. She just disappears, reappears out from here, and like just kick, and then back out. So cool. So cool. Don't use any big N stuff. I mean, or big D stuff. Phrasing. Yeah, I know. I miss some of those characters. So, I use Renzo. Uh the shirt right there, Gar Wars Big D stuff. Oh, I think you just say Big D stuff. No, I would not do that shirt. But yeah, like Renzo is the one that thanks everybody for subscribing. And then, oh no, Zalgus. Zalgus is the one that does all the other stuff. Is all the other. Oh, most of them. Oh, and then I think one is the announcer pack. Like, yeah. I think that's an ally is whatever, like that one. That one's the announcer pack. They had just a really cool announcer in Dawn Gate. Give the stream the old Cuphead style. Oh man, a Cuphead version of Gar Wars stream would be hilarious. No, but in my head, it's like I think something to do with like stone and dwarven runes. With some animations, I've got lots of notes. With some animated effects for things and then emotes or a variety. Like I like kind of the things. I like having the stars. I would want like an animated star as well as a regular star for like the gold star. Definitely would need the root beer emote and the ketchup emote and the tombstone, just better versions. And then who knows after that, right? Oh, the raid emote, a little more professionally done version of that. No, not no entry. Just elves are welcome here. They just got to keep their mouths shut. No, that's not true at all. Yeah. We strip the Baldur's Gate character sheets from the collectors. I don't want to like take art from anything. Again, I've done it before, but you kind of I don't know. If you were to ever get popular, not that I'm ever going to get super popular as a streamer, but if you were ever get popular as a streamer, you'd be opening yourself up to liability using somebody else's art. You can ask him. Yeah. Tell him Neil Newbon said I have a great beard. There. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll help. Whoa. I mean, yeah, look. We were playing Baldur's Gate one day and suddenly the stream went from, 50 to 100 people to over 1200. And it was Neil Newbon rating because they were looking at the other people streaming Baldur's Gate 3. And we're like, well, that guy's got a great beard and rated. Super nice people, super nice community. So. Yeah, people stayed for a while. Most, like a good chunk of them stayed for a while. So, and then we raided into somebody else. What do we got? 175. We picked up potions. How many potions did we pick up? Not enough speed potions. Not enough. Wow, that's a lot of health potions that we don't need. Still just sitting on one of these, of each of these, but that's fine, because the electrums we're dropping these. The golds, we haven't opened enough golds to get more of those. But yeah, we got healthy numbers of these to use when we need it. And we'll want these like fire breaths later for the end of this run. But I wish I had more speed potions right now. I mean, 4 isn't bad. I just don't know that it's worth... Well, you know what? Because we just have one champion, it's worth it for this. It is worth it for this. Still haven't even earned enough gold to be able to level up Rosie. That's ridiculous. But that's, I mean, you could tell we haven't leveled Rosie up yet, and we're up to E18 damage on Rosie. She should not be at E18 without any upgrades, but that's the power of the scaling damage buff that this thing gives, that this variant gives. What are we looking at here? So tier 1 on everything. We'll finish tier 1 on Rosie. This will not get unlocked. I do feel like a favor push might be in the cards. It might be in a good thing to try to get some more gear for these champions. You know, obviously we did very well when our favor push in a regular campaign, getting to E20. We're only at E9 here, and when we left like E8 Kellenvor, we went to E15, so we might end up in the E15 range again here in the event, which would be enough to get us through some of the tier 2 content. Yeah, might be worth it. We don't have a lot of time left in the event, so if we're going to do it, we got to do it, you know, now. And this is the last Rosie variant. I'm wondering... Oh no, folks. Did we just do it here? It has scaling damage. Does it scale well enough in the tier 1 version to take us to like... to take us to 2,000? Shouldn't it? Oh God. Okay, this is a favor run, folks. I wish I had an epic speed potion. Really need an epic speed potion. Okay. I'm just gonna, for science, folks, for science. The game will be on all night, maybe. This may be the one time I leave it running. I just stay in it and we pick it up tomorrow. Maybe. Worth it. Worth it. Can use my last flex on Rosie just to do this variant. I mean, if this works, then you might want to walk a level 1 Rosie to 2K. You know what? I'll leave her here. Let's see what happens. I'm not going to level her up. I think we'll die. I don't think you can leave it at level 1. I think one of these arrows are going to pierce her. Eventually they'll fire an arrow off and we'll die, I think. You got to at least level up to get a deflect missile going, maybe. Wait, what? Well, yeah, so here's the thing, Ben, is this has... Our attack speed is already super buffed. We're at 1.5, but it'll get down to like... On my main account is 1.33, but that may have been something else kicking in. So 1.5 is fine. And then damage is increased in each area. So we're leveling up in damage. We're now up to E21. We were at like E18 just a little bit ago, because every area your damage goes up. There's like an all champs damage boost that applies and gets bigger per area. So you will always be able to do or you should be able to do the damage of the area you're on needed. We'll see what happens. Won't be able to farm it. I don't care. Just going to 2001 gives you so much favor, just without even having a lot of favor. It would be huge. It would be huge. And then that rolling into, like, we could roll that into Tomb? Oh my god. Right? We'll see. We'll see. I did got me up to E78. It's ridiculous. I said DM for multi-hit with the Frost Giant. I mean, when I did it yesterday, I just had Strix and Rosie. I don't know if we can do it with just Rosie, but we can bring the Dark Urge in. Because the Dark Urge can go anywhere. But I want to see what I can do with just Rosie first. Didn't pick Rosie, kind of regretting it. I mean, look, it's a cheese ball thing. It's a total cheese ball thing. I'm not saying you should. I'm just saying it's the thing. I don't think we can do this with just Rosie. Yeah, not without her ultimate. Not without her ultimate. Okay. How much? E13. We were at E17, so we should have been removing chunks. Let's try it again. And again. Just going to click manual on him just in case. But yeah, no, we're going to get smacked. Oh, we got him. Got him. Okay, manually click. The familiars aren't enough. Manually click. The familiars aren't enough. It's good to know. Good to know. See, well, here's the problem is also, I didn't pick Rosie kind of bummed, but I was telling people before, if you picked Rosie and you didn't have Strix, you couldn't even get into this. They changed it, and it was an undocumented change, which is frustrates me. Yeah. So, it's okay. I think you're fine. I might as well bring. I want to see what I can do with just Rosie again. I said that a minute ago. I want to see what happens if we can we just do Rosie. I don't know if we can, but I mean, we got past 50. It's going to be the same. You'll also know the Frost Giant spawns with half the health. He isn't fully armored like usual. He doesn't have 50 armor segments. He only has 25. So he doesn't spawn in with yellow. He spawns in with red. But yeah, I won't be able to AFK it. I'd have to actively be playing. That's the problem. That is a big problem. What do we got in her upgrade path? Yeah, deflecting. This would stay on all the time. I feel like we got to at least get there. I don't have Strix, Lurking Rider. Yeah. If I had Strix, she'd be in here right now. I'd be doing this with Strix and Rosie, 100%. Yeah, go Dark Urge Res Spec, absolutely, yeah. You would want to go the good one with the Withers. With the Withers original. You can't add Strix and Dark Urge, they're in the same slot. And I don't have Strix. If I had the Dungeon Master over here in 6, I could add Dungeon Master, and Dungeon Master could pull somebody in. And you could have up to 4 champions. Well, no, you could, depending on who they put in. Here's the best case scenario: Strix, Rosie, Dungeon Master. Dungeon Master pulls in Mahen. Mahen pulls in Farida and Havilar, and you end up with 6 champions. That's best case scenario. But you know what's great now? We have full blues on all of our core champions. Oops, that was the wrong button. Core and evergreens. Which means now we can save up for the gelatinous cube. Because now we're on the long haul for, like, getting to the blues was fast. Getting full blue was pretty quick. But now if I want to save for gelatinous cube, I can. 5,000 gems. Would give me a fourth familiar. The other thing I need to keep in mind, though, is I'm still trying to get the item levels that I need for Mert. I'm only at 1,608. So I might not want to save up for the cube yet. I might want to wait until I can unlock Mert. Once I unlock Mert, then I could save up for the cube. So it's like, where's what's the best overall progression for me? And I think it's still buying chests. It's still buying gold chests until we get Mert. But I'm happy with kind of our progress so far. I do think that I think this would be solved, or there's the potential for this to be solved if all the early game unlocks, like for collection, like the guide quests, rewarded green gems instead of corrupted, just straight across. Same value, but green. I think this would resolve itself if people used those gems to buy chests. If you use them to buy other stuff, well, that's just on you. But we're up to E28. E28 hit, E29 hit, E19 health. So still scaling well. Currently above the health for the area. Javi can't go in. Oh yeah, Javi wouldn't be able to go in because that's Rosie's spot. My bad. So you would get 5 champions. You'd get Rosie, Strix, Dungeon Master, Mehen, and Farida. You get 5 champions. I'm not saving up for nerds. Yeah, you could do Dynahair and Minsk. That would be another combo. You could do Virgil and Kent as another combo, since Mehen is just Mehen and Frida. Yeah. Anyone armor on Catti-Brie alone? I don't remember off the top of my head, but she gets her ultimate basically all the time, and you just destroy everything, is my recollection. So hold on. Let me look it up. Your damage is increased by 40% per area, stacking multiplicatively. That's the rule. She attacks 3 times faster than normal, and her ultimate cooldown is set to 10 seconds. I loved that variant. It just, to me, it felt like this is the way Catti-Brie should always be. She should just always be destructive like this. Just for the 3 times faster than normal and the fast ultimates. It really gives that, like, Catti-Brie in her old fighter build, like, as just being an awesome situation. I'm trying to see, are there any tags for... I don't see armored listed here. Oh, the boss is Bailey Errol Tavabent. So there's this special drow situation. It isn't armor, but you have to kill all the enemies she spawns first, and then you can kill her. So there is a weird thing there, but Yeah, she was great. I think Caddy Breeze alone is probably totally fine. Well, I don't know. Like the 40% multiplicatively should be great, but who knows? Dritz needs a variant like this show off what he could be. Well, but he doesn't have, he isn't an event champion. If he had been, Dritz needed to. I get why they made him an evergreen, but they kind of shot themselves in the foot there, right? Because now they can never make Dritz really what Dritz should be. Dritz should be what Artemis is, honestly. Dritz should be the OP everybody uses Dritz. Canonically, he's awesome. But yeah. The campaign variant in Grand Tour. Yeah, maybe at some point. Dritz alone. That could be neat. I feel like they need to do a campaign arc, like a part of the arc, because they do story arcs in the Sword Coast, where it's like a Mithril Hall arc. I think that would be super cool. And that'd be where you do that, right? That'd be neat. That'd be neat. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. We got there. Oh, we're not click killing, and we're having to hit. Here we go. I'm like, why did we have to wait? We were getting shot. I was like, well, they're missing her every time. Reduces the time between Rosie's attacks by half a second, increases her damage. Oh, we want this. Busy Beestinger. Because she's at 1.5 seconds. I think that's probably what we want. Level 90. I think that's what probably brings her down to 133. I think that's her animation speed cap. Didn't Dritz like solo Demogorgon? No. No. I mean, if you had kind of walked in partway through and looked up as Dritz like drove his sword into Demogorgon and sent it back to hell, or to the abyss or wherever he went, you would think that, but he had backup. What's the mental guy? Oh no, the drow that's basically like a mind flayer, and his name escapes me. He put forth a shield on Dritz so that as Dritz took hits, the shield Camuriel, yes, Camuriel Labladra, the shield built up this damage, and you have to release it eventually. Like, Camuriel can only hold it for so long, or else it kills whoever's inside. And so all the hits from the entire city were basically channeling into Dritz, and then Dritz drove his sword into the Demogorgon, and Camuriel directed all of that damage into Demogorgon as one hit, and destroyed Demogorgon. It's, I believe it's, I want to say it's this. I want to say it's 2 M's, but let me go look it up. Yeah, it's 2 M's. Camuriel Labladra. There we go. There's our thing. Are we at 133 now? We are. That should maybe that alone will let her solo Frost Giant. We're about to find out. That little attack speed boost. She has an AoE at 110, but we don't really need that here because we're killing with fire breath potions. Yeah, I don't know that she needs to go higher. So yeah, did Dritz solo the Demogorgon? No, but was Dritz the only one that actually physically got in the Demogorgon's face and hit it? Yes. The gnome without the hands. That is it's a Svirfneblin. He had hammers. He had hammers for hands. Belwar Disengulp. That would be a cool character to have. They had a hammer for one and a pickaxe for the other. Belwar Disengulp. It was so they could continue to mine after they're the most honorable burrow warden. So they're a deep gnome with Svirfneblin, and his hands got cut off, and his people rallied around him instead of like going, "Well, you're useless now." Grafted enchanted weapons. One's a pickaxe and one's a hammer, so he could continue to be a miner and a burrow warden. Yeah. That was super cool. All right, we did not beat the frost giant without a little help from my clicker friend. So we're gonna get the clicker. I'm gonna be clicking too. Let's see what. Nope, 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 nope. Clicking faster, clicking faster, clicking faster. I'm gonna try again. I gotta click. I'm gonna click faster. Smurf Goblin. Is that what caption says? No, Svirfneblin. Svirfneblin. Put some respect on their name. Got it. Okay. So without a second champion, you do have to click a lot. Real quick. He did solo Heir to the Baylor, yes. Absolutely. He soloed a lot of things. I mean, he went 1v an Abyssal army once, basically. So, yeah. I mean, he's... Yeah. But, not 1v the Demogorgon. Not 1v the Demogorgon. Yeah, I think Zachnafane would be a great addition to the game because Zacnafane's back, baby, in the modern books. And he's awesome. Had a bit of a, racist streak in him he had to unlearn, but yay. Come from behind. Change your viewpoints on things. Yay, celebrate that. Hold leaves one hand for two tinsels to eat food. Yeah, I don't know how that works. Maybe he's got something he could clip on. I don't know. Hey, Dance Lover. They never talked about that part. That is a good point. But maybe, I don't remember. Or maybe they did. Maybe he could. Well, he can't. He can't unhook because he's. I don't know. I don't know. Should just take a level of wizard and get mage hand. People look, just because the game is D&D doesn't mean the books are D&D. They clearly aren't. They are set in the Forgotten Realms, but they are not D&D. They don't use the rules of D&D. They try to get close sometimes, but that's a whole other experience, right? Because Dritz is clearly would have been high level fighter, and then went ranger, and and seemed to get to a solid place there, but then went monk, and basically like level 20 monk, but still fighter ranger something. Like it's clearly not D&D. Yeah, maybe Belwar's got a food buddy. On the Jarlax and Artemis trilogy currently, it's good. Yeah. And then what's another good one? I mean, I like Athergate. I love like the Resurrection books with like the Tanabrich's sisters. We don't get a lot of them. Man, they need their own book. They kind of like just skip over the whole part where suddenly we need a young Bruenor like story arc. It's never going to happen. Um, but like resurrected young Bruenor story arc where he's like how the heck does he go from yeah, I mean, I knew the Tannenbridge sisters. We were in training together to oh, I married them both. Like, how did that happen? Can we have that story, please? Respectfully. But you don't marry twins. Like without a good story. Come on. Come on. First book. Well, Homeland isn't the first book. Homeland is the first book of a an arc, but it wasn't the first Dritz book. Who are the Copper Dragon sisters? Oh, that's a good question. Those are Jarlaxle's on and off again. At least one of them was an on and off again romantic interest. Tazmikella and Ilnazara. The two dragon sisters of Heliogabalus. Yes. Well, that have its own section here? Yeah, it does. Totally has its own section. Jarlaxle had a flirtatious relationship. Wow, really? In quotes? In quotes, Wiki? Come on. Relationship with the two dragon sisters of Heliogabalus, Tazmikella and Ilnazara. He flirted with them. Ilnazara in particular found him very charming. Yeah. That's just, I've lived a long time and I haven't banged a dragon yet. What's up, ladies? That was totally Jarlaxle. Jarlaxle's that drow. Just, you know what? Yeah, I live a long time. I want to try all the things. Let's go. I believe Homeland is first chronologically, sure, but in terms of the way the books were released, but in terms of the story, yeah, but that's not. Crystal Shard is. I prefer to read it from the way they were released, because otherwise, then if you go back to the other ones, things feel a little weird. But yeah. So the Crystal Shard, like that whole trilogy around the Crystal Shard, is the first set. And then you go. I think then you go into the Homeland arc. I'd have to look it up again. But yeah, and and originally Drizzt was not the protagonist. Originally, the books were supposed to be about Wolfgar. And then when he was fleshing out the character of Drizzt, he was like, oh, like he created like this character of Drizzt to be Wolfgar's trainer, and then along the way was like, oh, yeah, this isn't a series about Wolfgar. This is a series about Drizzt. Okay. Which is a good lesson in, you can start off on one path, but be open to changing the path when you realize it's not the right one. Because clearly they made the right decision to change. But the more recent stuff is fantastic. So if you've only ever read the early stuff, obviously that is one image of Drizzt and the companions, and and you'll have a certain view on, you know, Jarlaxle and even Artemis. But the later books, you know, everything comes around. It's a way different feel and vibe. It's good, and the lore drops about the Spider Queen and the fact that there are other drow in the world, and then this idea that it was only these Underdark drow, like, was just a big lie that's been. It was a lie on the from the gods from the Spider Queen's perspective, but also like the others were like, we don't want nothing to do with them. We don't want them finding us. Like, which fair, totally fair. Yeah, it's real good. It's good stuff. And I know you got to get through like 30 something books or 40 books to get to the more recent stuff, but it's good time. I got all of them right over there. I'd check them out to you, but this is not, I don't run a library, unfortunately. I don't run an internet-based library. We're up to E45 damage from just Rosie now. From the scaling damage. Still staying ahead of the area-based monster health. Currently, which is good. We're only at EO6 favor, but again, we only have EO9 here, so... I mean, this favor run for real. Favor run for real if we can just keep going. New stream idea. I would not be able to do that. They would not let me. That would get me shut down so fast. You can only read books in the public domain. Yeah, if I could read any kind of book on stream, that would be fantastic. But that's what audiobooks are for. You could probably check out audiobooks at your public library. They might have all the Dritz series on. Like we were just talking about this recently. Like, there's an app for that. You don't have to get like Audible and stuff and pay for audiobooks. You can get a library card. At least they used to do your public library. If you get a library card, they used to have a public library app, and you could check out audiobooks for free. Yeah, I was gonna say you'd ride a purple worm if you were crossing D&D and Dune, right? But yeah, I think you get audiobooks and ebooks from your public library if you have a library card. All right, here we go. We're clicking again. I'm clicking faster this time. Nice and consistent. What it does is it stutter steps the frost giant, I think, a little more often than the familiars are. So we're able to kill him by the time he gets here. I really feel like to AFK this, like if I AFK this overnight, I got to bring the Dark Origin. The two of them would do it, no problem. I mean, she gets him to within a few hits, a few segments. So with the Dark Urchin, like if this were Strix and Rosie, it would happen on its own. One of these days I have to read the Dune books. Oh, whoops. Did not grow up with those available. Nowadays, when I go like on Amazon, I try to make like a wish list with books and stuff. I feel like I see so many people going, "Oh, this is a bad version," blah blah, blah, like whatever, and I'm like, well, no, and I worry about buying the wrong things, and then I don't buy anything. The UK authors get a lot of money if you borrow their books from a library. Nice. It's the way it should be. But yeah, like there's hold on, let me just pull it up. What do I have on my wish list? Oh, did I get signed out? How do I get signed out? Oh, I remember how I get signed out. Hold on. I remember what happened. I was doing my taxes. I'm trying to get my Twitch. And it got mad at me. Okay, hold on, folks. Where are you at? There it is. No, I don't want to give you my phone number. Okay. Where's my books wish list? Okay, like there we go. What Lord of the Rings books? I've never read the Lord of the Rings books, any of them. I have on my wish list the Lord of the Rings, the Hobbit, and the Silmarillion. Is that it? I don't know. But I also have like a box set down here. What's in the box set? What's in the box set? But then some people are like, no, don't get the box set. And I'm like, but why wouldn't I want the box set? It doesn't even tell me. I don't understand. Why doesn't it tell me what the 4 books are that's in the box set? It's got good reviews. But why what is not... Well, hold on. Oh, The Hobbit, The Fellowship of the Ring, The Return of the King, and The Two Towers. Is that correct? I don't know. We'll get to the Dune. I'm going to help you. Y'all are going to help me flesh out my Amazon book wish list. Well, I just keep my wish list there. I don't necessarily always buy it from Amazon. Don't throw out other stuff right now. I'm trying to figure out which of these. I've got to do this one at a time, or it's never going to happen. So is that all it is? What is? I don't understand. Then what is the other? Why does? So over here, then it's the Lord of the Rings must include all 3 of those. So the book that's labeled here, The Lord of the Rings, is that just taking those other 3 books and putting it into one? It's the name of the trilogy. Okay. So they just put it into one big freaking book. Okay. I'm down for that. I'm down for that. I like these editions too. They look good. I hope they look this good when I get them. Yeah, I'm going to do that instead of the box set because I like this. And then yes, that means I will have the Silmarillion. Now, whether or not I enjoy that one or not, obviously. I mean, whether I enjoy any of them or not, who the hell knows? But okay. So there's the Lord of the Rings done, or the whole thing, that series done. No. This is Lord of the Rings. This one is it's a single book with all the stories in it. Yeah. It's a big thing. I don't mind that. Where's the other thing that I was looking at? Where's the rest? Oh no, I think I have those. Correct. Oh, here we go into this is really tangenting to a whole different thing. Okay, we're gonna continue here. Did we lose our speed potion? No, it's still. Hold on. Okay. I may have missed some things in chat. Hold on. Before I lift this book up. Because you want to talk about fat books. I like big books and I cannot lie. So yeah, you're gonna get big arms, my dude. Well, I'm about to show you, a big arm book. So here, for people who are, look at this one. For people who are Neil Gaiman knowledgeable, this is the Sandman book 1 of the omnibus. Right, then the nice, pretty leather one. I have 1, 2, and 3. I don't know if there's more, but I have 3 of them. Is that all of it? I don't remember. But also, I don't know what all stories this includes, so I have other things that are sitting in my wish list, and I don't know if I would be duplicating them. But that's just a comic. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Yeah, I mean, yeah. How dare you? So I have all 3 of those. However, I also have like this could be a completely separate thing. I've got like Lucifer 1, 2, 3, and 4, or 5, or it seems like there's a bunch of different Lucifer ones because I like that story too, and at least one of those has Gaiman attached to it, but I don't know if that's part of that or completely separate. I don't know. Because I really liked the Lucifer TV show, and I want whatever it is that created that came from. But they don't make it easy for you to figure that out. Let's see, Mike Carey, Peter Gross. But one of these says Don Waters and Neil Gaiman. Dan Waters, not Neil Gaiman, and the different one is Dan Waters and Neil Gaiman, Max Fiumara. So that feels like a whole other Lucifer set. Is it a completely different story, or were they telling the story from a different perspective? Oh yeah, so these ones say from the pages of the Sandman. So is that already in the Sandman 1, 2, and 3 I have? Don't suggest other stuff yet. I just need to clarify. So the ones that say like from the pages of the Sandman, is that the same? Is that already in that, or is this a completely different story? They're separate stories. Okay, that's what I needed to know. Okay, and then this other set of Lucifer stuff. But are the different authors 2 different sets of stories now then? Or did they just... why do they do this? I feel like... Why do they do this to me? I don't understand. No, I don't know. This is why I haven't pulled the trigger on some of these. I have no H.P. Lovecraft stuff, and at some point, probably need some. But I have not even cracked open the Sandman to actually start reading it. But it's there for when I'm ready to, and that's okay. Lucifer in the Vertigo DC Comics was created in Sandman and then had a spin-off comic with Otherwise. Okay. Yeah, well, I didn't grow up getting to read comics because I couldn't afford to buy them. So, yeah. Okay, so I can get rid of that. That was another Hobbit, like the Hobbit Lord of the Rings gift set that I threw in here just in case. Definitely going with the other one. Got a hey, shocking no one. I have a bunch of pirate books in my wish list. I want to read them all. I want to read them all. Why is it just now looping? What are you doing? Amazon. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Now I can try to add more stuff. But we died. Hold on. Let's. You know what? We died. Let's. We're gonna test this out. We're gonna test this out. One level in the Dark Urge. Is it enough? Is it enough? I'm not clicking anywhere. Look, Ma, no hands. AFK. Okay. Solid. Solid. And we're still above on, without leveling up the champions, we're still above their health. We may have to level them up eventually. What are we at for favor? Up to EO7. So we've gained an order of magnitude. Yeah, I would rather do like the collections of comics. That's more my speed. I want to sit down and read the whole story in a sense, like that arc. So generally I am a little scared of comics because I'm worried I'm going to get the wrong thing. Like graphic novels, it's like I want whatever the collection is. But that means like I may, if they ever make it that far is a problem, right? Quick poll: how many books does everyone in chat here have on a kind of read list? I've got 5 on my nightstand. I can't. That you're reading in order. Okay, at least you're not reading it. See, I can't. I don't understand how people read books at the same time, like multiple books at the same time. I can't do that. I pick up one book, I read it, and until it's done, and then I move on to the next one. I have a bunch of books that I own and haven't read, but they're on my list, but I don't always make time for them, and it's like there are times where hey, look, the internet's out. Time to crack open a book. So I don't mind having extras sitting around. But how many extras do I have for me personally? Obviously, I have that Sandman omnibus. That would take quite a while. I think a couple of my pirate books I actually didn't ever read all the way through. So there's probably I would reread all of my pirate books, and I say all, and I've got I think I've got 8 of different sizes. I should reread all those. And then I have another book that Jen Kretschmer recommended, an older book. I can't remember what it's called at the top of my head, but I see it over there. I picked it up like a used copy because that's all I could find. I think that's probably it at the moment. It's probably it at the moment, but I don't mind picking up more and just having them sit there. It doesn't bother me. I will read them eventually. If not, I supported something I wanted to read. You know what I'm really waiting for is the next Aaron M. Evans book. That one's going to get devoured the moment it hits. I mean, I might be sitting here while we're playing and I'm just going to be reading. That might be a thing. I might just be reading while streaming. No, I'm not going to do that. But it will get read immediately. Immediately. Yeah, I need to level him up. Well, I don't know. I'm going to leave him at 1. I'm going to see if it's enough. We're going to see if it's enough. We may have to level them up. I don't know if this is going to scale without them actually leveling. Scale appropriately. I'm not sure if I want to read Lovecraft, but I'm also not a horror fan. I'm not like I don't like jump scare horror, but I like good like mentally intriguing stories. Like, lately Netflix has been doing some pretty good. I think they've been doing some pretty good stuff with like what they just did, the Fall of the House of Usher, and I liked the way they did that. I like that kind of stuff. I don't even know that people call that horror, but it kind of felt like it. I like that kind of stuff. I don't like The Ring or things like that. To me, that doesn't do it for me. Live before my most challenging book is the original French version of The Count of Monte Cristo. Oh, that's a good story. I bought it to improve my French, but that's really difficult. Yeah. I have, when I was going to school in Mexico, Guadalajara, I bought uh, a book of Pablo Neruda poems specifically to improve my understanding of Spanish and like basically create my own like I went through and tried to basically create my own translation. And that was a lot of fun, but yeah, it's a good way to do it. But I did it with a book of poems instead of an actual book. That would be rough. That was back when I actually understood Spanish pretty well. Not, I wasn't fluent, but I was conversationally fluent. 211 owned, waiting to be read. Wow, good for you. I think the only thing I have on ebook, I have the Brimstone Angels, a lot of the Brimstone Angels books, because that's the only way I could get them. One day I want to get the hardcovers when I have more money. I will get the hardcover because they're expensive because they're out of print. And then I think I had some of the Brandon Sanderson stuff on ebook originally, but I think now I've got all the physical versions of those. If something's really good, I just want to have it because I want to be able to share it. I don't know. That's part of books for me. Even when I'm not sharing it, I still want to be able to have the option to. Speaking of pirate books, your thoughts on the Dritz pirate hunting books? I mean, they were fantasy. It was fantasy pirate hunting. I thought it was fun, but like, they didn't really get into. They didn't get super into sailing. They just kind of hand waved a bunch of stuff. That's fine. Pirates and fantasy can exist in different ways. But like the whole, hi, I've got a ring and I can just blow wind into this sail repeatedly forever is like, you have a motorboat. You have a motorboat. That's not really. But it's fine. It really wasn't what they were about, right? It wasn't really about sailing. But I don't, like the pirate books I have are more on the history of pirates, of piracy, like somewhat more accurate stories of those times done by researchers and stuff. It's not like I don't read pirate fiction necessarily. I don't know that I don't know if I've ever read other than like Treasure Island, right? Like that kind of stuff. And Monto, that's not fair. Pat Rothfuss still writes. He just released a story. It's like a short story. I think a lot of people give authors who are trying to finish series a lot of shit, but I don't feel like a lot of people give them the grace that they deserve. They have, for better or for worse, and sometimes mentally it can be worse, they have an enormous following of at times rabid fans. And if they do, and they've seen other authors and people with movies and things finish a series the wrong way, and so they try to put a lot of care into making sure they're delivering, and sometimes the stress of that is problematic. Pat talks about that like often. Um, like I remember the last time I heard him talking about the book, he was like, "Well, I finished it, but it was way too long." And my editors, the publishing company's like, "No, you can't do that. You can't release a book that big." And then he was like, "So I got to go back and edit again." And like, yeah, that's a challenge that I can't even comprehend, as I've never tried to write a trilogy and have everything get wrapped up in a way that people would be happy with. So look, I appreciate what's been written to date, and I hope that, authors like that can find a way to wrap up something that is so meaningful to so many people in a way that doesn't just blow up in their face, right? But that's almost the curse of success. That's the curse side of success, is there's just there are so many bad ways they could progress, and sometimes not progressing at all is better than delivering something that angers so many people and having to deal with that. Any reason I'm not leveling up? I'm just curious to see how well this per area scaling goes up. We're now at basically parity, so we'll see what happens. I may have to start scaling them just to get the damage. Oh, I meant that more regarding the racism in the book. Yeah, there's that gets, oh man. When I go back and read books, like reread books from like the 80s and stuff, I'm like, whoa. Like this was like when I reread The Night of the Black Rose. Oh, I was like, whoa, this does not hold up anymore. This is bad. Be careful when you got to remember. I think this got through. I don't know if it got smacked by the bot or what, but if you are not VIP, don't post a link. Not even in your VIP payment, it might not go through. Because the VIP payment is not automatic. I have to manually do that, and you'll get yourself suspended from chat. For some reason, that one went through, and I don't know why. Your fun comic art in the tavern. Huh. Yeah, I haven't kept. Oh, we died. Why'd we die? Not enough damage, I'm gonna say. Yeah. Yeah, we weren't taking off a segment, so we do have to level people up. It would seem. It would seem. Okay. I mean, it's this one, just for more damage. None of those others matter. And we're going resist the urge, really for the resurrection. Yeah, self damage on Rosie, sure. All right, that should rip through it again. I'm not sure if we can go all the way to 2,000, but we'll see, because I'm not sure we're going to scale without being able to level. Oh, hey, there's Rosie's achievement. Without being able to level them up, but we'll see. Isn't always anything is a take I agree with from all creators. I mean, that's ultimately, yeah. They started off, whether they finish, you never know. Like, Pat's been pretty straightforward about the mental health challenges that's that he faces on a regular basis. Writing's easy. Just take out the wrong words. No, that's editing. That's editing. And still. Yeah, man, having to, like, creating a story and then having someone go, that's too long, you got to cut it down. Like, I'd be like, which of my limbs am I cutting off? Like, I don't know. Like, I already made it as short as I could. What are you talking about? I'm not flowery. This is it. Yeah. You're in 6 levels to finish this on tier 4, but in the background, nice, Shevik. Just take it all, for fun. Just go all the way to 2,000. No, you don't have to. I did, but it didn't get me even a favor gain. I'd already gone higher than that on favor. It was kind of funny. Oh, I'm sure, Dance Lover, yeah. And no, I get it. Like, I can't just go out and buy tons of books, but I keep the sets. I keep books on a wish list, and every now and then, if I've got extra money when I'm ordering something online, or if I'm like going to a bookstore for some reason, then I'm like, maybe I'll pick up a couple more. All right, Ben. Thanks for hanging out. Event favor 228 E99. Wow, that's wild. I don't have any favor that high anywhere on any account. What were the other books? There was some other series I was going to ask about, folks. That's that one. Oh, Dune. That's how we got started on this. What are the Dune books? Thank you for reminding me. I'm like, oh yeah, we had the whole conversation was about Dune and how I need to read Dune. They're good. Well, there's a 3-book box set, but I'm seeing Lurking Rider coming in with 4 books already, so clearly that's not right. Now you need to watch Tremors. I watched Tremors when I was younger. At least read the first one, but after that, I mean, I like to read all the things. Oh, here's one that's books 1 through 6. Is that more? Paperback box set. Dune, Dune Messiah, Children of Dune, God Emperor of Dune, Heretics of Dune, and Chapter House Dune. Is that what we're talking about? We're still going, huh? Yeah, okay. Oh god, I can't believe I'm doing this, but we're doing it. Can't believe this is what I'm using my speed potions on, but we are. EO9. We almost have more favor on this run with 2 champions than we've earned in deep pushes normally. Oh, it's ridiculous. Okay. Avoid the books by Brian Herbert and Kevin Janderson. I mean, that's why I said this is just a box set with 6 of them. So I feel like that's a good... Yeah, I feel like I'm going to throw that on my wish list. All right. Oh, it was the wrong... I put it in the wrong list. Okay, hold on. Delete. Go back. No, why do you... There, books. Okay. Okay. All right, Dune on the list now. Not to be confused with Ferris Dune, right? Oh no. Yeah. But yeah, no, I get like if other people start writing in the same world, sometimes it doesn't work. Like I enjoy, like I have the Dragon Riders, the Pern series for Anne McCaffrey, and I think it's her son that comes in and starts writing with her later. Like he was going to pick up, and yeah, there's definitely a shift. There's definitely a shift. I didn't think it was horrible, but I definitely didn't enjoy it as much as you know, the original stuff. Trying to think of any other. I mean, I guess Lovecraft. Let me know what's. I do feel like I need to read at least one. Oh, what? Oh, that's no. Okay, I get it. I feel like I should at least dip my toe in. First thing that comes up is the H.P. Lovecraft collection, Arcturus Collector's Classics. I don't understand what that is. Hold on, what's in here? Includes At the Mountains of Madness, the Dunwich, I'm probably pronounced, it's probably Dunwich horror, Call of Cthulhu, The Shadow over Innsmouth, Polaris, The Color Out of Space, and Rats in the Walls. That's 7 books. They said 6. Is that the starter set? Or is there just a complete works that I can just get is that the complete works? Hold on. I'm still looking. There is something called the complete works. And I don't mind buying oh my, leatherbound? Why, yes, please. My library has many leatherbound books. Oh no. I mean, it's cool. It's cool looking, but that's not always enough, right? But people seem to like it. Well, what books does it? It doesn't really tell you. Oh, more than 20 of his most popular works. And one leather-bound tome. Really? And the price is good. This is good. Some of the best books come from thrift stores. You're not wrong. Around here, a lot of the thrift stores are related to organizations I don't necessarily support. But I love me a good thrift store. Can I find, hold on, I got this in a bigger picture. Let me see if it's going to tell me. 768 pages. Man, that's a lot of pages. Let me see if they're from the... Oh, somebody got it bad. Yeah, Does they have the list of stories? Oh, they do. Okay, hold on. Folks, here, I'm going to drop this in chat. Anybody who knows Lovecraft, tell me, is that going to do me? Is that going to do me well? Is that what I want? It's actually it's less for this than for that 6-book box set I was talking about. It's a good list. Okay, we'll add that one then. It's a great list. Oh, okay, that's even better then. Yeah, that's one leather-bound tome. Oh, it's pretty freaky looking. It's got tentacles on the cover. Yeah, all right. I'll go on my book list. See, and then this is great when people are like, and families like, what do you want for your birthday? I'm like, well, let me shoot you a book list. Let me shoot you a book list. Books are great great birthday and Christmas presents, as far as I'm concerned. Have I tried the Dresden Files? No, I've heard a lot about it, but I don't know anything about it. That's not leather. It very well might not be. But you know, hey, we're up to E10 favor, folks. Oh man, this is ridiculous. Damage scaling still pretty well. We're E11 above. The King in Yellow is a favorite. Is it on that list? Hold on. I don't see it. Is that what we were talking about? I don't see it on that list though. But you know, at some point, if I enjoy it, then I'll come back. Urban fantasy. Okay. All right, hold on. Now, I have seen the TV show, or I haven't seen the TV. Maybe I have seen the TV show. I've seen the TV show show up in my in my thing. Is it decent? I am seeing a book series here, though. Do not watch the TV show. It wasn't good, or it would spoil me. The TV show is horrible. Okay. I'm seeing 17 books. Is it 17 books? Is that correct? Seeing 17 referenced multiple times here. I will not buy all 17 at once. I'm just going to let you all know that. Okay. Here's one that's like books 1 through 6. That seems not bad. But then there's a different one that's 1 through 5. Why would you break this up into different numbers of things? What are you? What are you? What are you doing? Why would you do... Oh. The people that are packaging these have made mistakes. Have made mistakes. Let's leave it at that. All right, let me just find book 1. Maybe just find book 1. Stormfront. I've got Stormfront showing his book. Oh, see, and somebody already got that in chat. Excellent. Okay, I will order Stormfront. I'm getting the paperback version, folks. I'm just gonna have to deal with that. I will add the paperback book 1. And we'll see what happens. But yeah, all about picking up new series. You know, now that my mom's retired, she's always like, "Do you have any more books that I haven't read?" And I'm like, I don't know how to answer that, Mom. I don't know what you've read in my books anymore. But she read all the Drit series and enjoyed it. She read all the Sanderson stuff. She's read a lot. She's read a lot of what's in my library currently. Oh, Discworld. Everybody keeps talking about Discworld, and I never heard of Discworld until I came into the Idle Champions community. There's another. What the hell is going on with Discworld, folks? I have no idea. We were talking about this the other day. Yeah, you have recommended it, but I've never been sitting here with a wish list open to add it to. I'm seeing 41 books. I like this shirt. Why did that shirt end up as part of this? Oh god, that's a great shirt, though. Okay, I don't think that was supposed to be in this search. Even though Gara has that streamer money. What streamer money? My Twitch, if I'm lucky, my Twitch payout pays for groceries every month. That's about it. If it does that. If it makes it that far. Send series. I haven't heard anything about Craig Allenson before. Huh. Hold on to that, and we'll come back to that after I figure out what the hell to do with Discworld. I have not heard of live ship traders either. Hold on to that stuff while I figure out what the hell's going on with Discworld. You got to give me somewhere to start, folks.
I'll take that.
Oh, that was Zalgus. Thank you, Texac. Thank you for the bits. Zalgus was like, Zalgus will take your bits. I feel like I like to start with number 1, but you're saying there isn't a 1? I don't understand. That just confuses me. Don't start with it. Wow. Oh god, I don't like it. My brain doesn't like, oh, you don't have to read in any particular order. My brain doesn't like that at all. My brain doesn't like that at all. Yeah, you don't have to read in particular order. I'm just not reading any of them. Exactly. Exactly. That's what happens in my head. Oh, I'm just not going to read it all then. Okay, hold on. Let me look at this. Somebody else look at that image that Lavernicus put and make sure that we're okay with it as a community. Let me just check. Are we? Oh no, that we're off. Okay. Okay. The Discworld Reading Order Guide 3.0. According to the author, you should start here on sorcery. Are we good with sorcery as a start? If the author says start on sorcery, I'll start on sorcery. But I don't know if that's true or not. It's so weird being old and having read them as they were published. Oh, yeah. But no, everybody's saying start with guards. Where's that on this? Oh, that's the Watch novels. Okay, so skip the others, go down to the Watch novels and start with guards. Okay. Someone, oh, take that image and post it in the tavern, and so that I can reference it in the future. Okay, guards. Book 8. Yes. Oh, that's a neat hardcover, but no, we're testing out a new series. We're buying the mass market paperback. But most of my books are mass market paperbacks because most of the time I either didn't have money or I was literally buying it at an airport, and that's all they would sell. Only later did I have the money to go back and get big books, or if somebody gave me gifts, or if I'm buying them right when they came out because it's a series that I love, and then I'd go back and get the hardbacks too. Okay, so we have a Discworld book on the list now. Okay. But yeah, if I'm buying these and my mom's reading them, she will not be able to handle not having an order to read them in either. She will get lost. Thank you, Lurky Commander. Okay, now hold on. I got to scroll back up because people were saying other things. I'll throw this on one of these on the list to try out. It's that Ascendant series, book 1. I'll try that out at some point. And Live Ship Traders? Hold on. Wait, no, that's book 2. Why can't you just show them to me in order? Stupid. Stupid. There we go. There's the first one. Yeah, okay. And I will add that to the book list. Okay, book one of that. And I think those were the only ones. I think those ones I missed from earlier. I don't really do audiobooks. I like just sitting down and reading. If I were driving a lot more, sure, in a car, absolutely, why not? Uh, or commuting, like some other, like was on a bus or public transit of some kind, yeah. Because I can't read in something that's moving, other than a plane, but like a car or a bus, I can't read on those places. My head just can't do it. I'll get sick. Uh, so that would make more sense for me then, but normally if I've got some kind of audio on, it's music. Red Rising series? I've never heard of this. Interesting. All right, I can throw book one of that here. All right. Oh, I get it. Yeah, closest thing I've gotten to having published is quite a few of my lyrics are in 5 of the songs in Al Champions Jukebox. Quite a few. So I don't even. I would have to go back through. I probably have lyrics in most of the songs, or at least help to bring lyrics into most of the songs. Still can't get over it. I can't get over that, and I can't get over the fact that I have a theme song. I have a theme song. Yeah. Oh, A Brief History of Time. Yeah. Like sometimes if I haven't read a book that's been out forever, I'm just like, but I will put it on the list. Yeah, it's something that I've never read. Sometimes I just feel like, oh, yeah. All right, Lydia, 5 a.m. Oof. Yeah, flight's not going to be great for that uh, illness. Wear a mask so you don't share it with everybody else on the plane. But also, man, if my head stopped up in any way, shape, or form when I get on a plane, it's like torture for me. I have problems with like the pressure anyway. Like my ears are not great. Well, it wasn't my comment actually. Jason tells it that way, but it's So here's the Taylor Swift thing, and we would have to go back because I don't remember exactly who it was. But on a previous stream, like one of my streams, probably on the Cena Games channel, if it was on Cena Games channel or my channel, I talked about how the fact that I was a Swiftie. I enjoy Taylor Swift stuff, and back then I used to stream Model Champions right before Bardic Inspiration, and we'd raid in. And right before that, I was talking about, yeah, let's go. We're gonna go hit up Bardic Inspiration. And somebody said, hey, do you think they'll do today's song in the style of Taylor Swift? And I was like, I don't know, I'll ask. So we got over into Bardic Inspiration, and I said, hey, my chat wants to know if today's song is going to be in the style of Taylor Swift, and they had already picked the topic of Tiamat. And Jason was like, yeah, let's go with it. And Dylan was like, this is a joke, right? Like, didn't say it, but like was kind of like, and then suddenly realized. You can see the moment, like when Dylan just dawned on Dylan, oh God, we're actually doing Taylor Swift Tiamat song. What is my life? So, I mean, sort of. I mean, you could say I'm the reason it became a Taylor Swift song, but somebody else kind of popped that off. I've been practicing my theme song. I've got to look. I have to get to my 500th episode before I will sing my theme song. Although I was just realizing the other day, because I don't have like where are we at? GG2E is at. We really hold on. Is my counting that bad? Are we way off on the numbers? I had an episode 0 and an episode 16 and a half. So we're 2 numbers off no matter what. But then hold on, I'm going to delete these because this is confusing me. I put gaps in for like the end of the year, and that's thrown off. My count should be on other than those 2, though. Where are we at? We're in this 22nd, so that would have been. Should be on 209. Yeah, okay. So we're on episode 209. We just did 209 of GG2E. So we're about, almost 300 away. But I have Garwar's Guide, the tutorial show as well, which Mars had. Well, Mars had some other shows, but he was celebrating 500 episodes of Mars's Guiding Hand. I've had 180, no, 100 and, oh no, that's what we're planned through. This is going to be the 173rd episode of the tutorial show. So overall, I'm at like 382 episodes combined. It's weird. But yeah, Mars has had a couple other shows too. Like Mars on Monday or whatever it was. But yeah, we're a long, long way away from GG2E getting to 500 episodes. I watched Good Omens, the show. I have not read the book, and we're on an ad break. Does that VOD exist? Maybe? Oh no. I probably not with chat. Maybe? I don't know. You'd have to scroll back through Twitch and see. And some of the early Twitch streams weren't even on their channel. It was, and I don't remember if Bardic Inspiration was always on their channel. I feel like it was always on their channel. But you got to remember, like, some of the early stuff was on the D&D channel. Click the wrong button again. Get out of the way. You want what's right over there. Okay. Added Good Omens and American Gods. I had heard things about both of those. I did watch the Good Omens show though. Is this song called "You Could Be My Dragon Queen"? That's the Taylor Swift song. "You Could Be My Dragon Queen." Yeah. It's in the jukebox somewhere. In volume 1. Yeah, "You Could Be My Dragon Queen." Oh, Ack Inc. Live tomorrow. Nice. Doesn't say who's going to be there though. That's good. I need to rewatch the bottom of this to write down, look at all the book recommendations. Well, I mean, I can go through them because I got them all now added in my in my wish list. Hold on, let me pull up the books. So now I've got. Here you go. American Gods, Good Omens. I've just one of each of these. I don't know if there's more. I'm just putting the first one in. It's A Brief History of Time, Red Rising. Apparently that's a series. Ship of Magic, which is the Live Ship Traders trilogy, but I just put the first book in there. Ascendant. Wait, no, that's... Oh, I got the wrong thing. Hold on. Wait, no, I got the right thing. Yeah. Ascendant, which is apparently part of a series. Guards, which is Discworld. Stormfront, which is Dresden Files. Oh, Ascendant. Oh, I guess I should be saying the names of some of these. Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb. Ascendant by Craig Allenson. Guards, Terry Pratchett. Stormfront, Jim Butcher. Then I got H.P. Lovecraft Tales of Horror, which is a leather-bound collection. Frank Herbert's Dune, 6-book box set. Yeah. And then the earlier stuff was The Lord of the Rings, which is the collection, The Hobbit, and the Silmarillion I have in here already. I just wanted to make sure I had the right ones, and I deleted the rest. And there's like 2 different Lucifer series that are from Sandman that I have in my thing here. And stuff I had before, I have the Lock and Key like box set. That was a good show. I kind of want to read the books. I think that's everything that... I don't think I'd mentioned that before, but that's everything. It's not everything on my list. I got a lot of stuff on my list, but that's the stuff that we... Most of those things are the things we added today. Most of those things are the things we added today. 421, we're still cruising. Our bud is up to E120 and the Dark Urge has taken over. or damage dealing, which is fair. He's got an epic and full blues and a shiny. Our favors up to E13. God, this is just an easy way to cheese favor. Oh, look, we got a bunch of gems too. Oh man, what did I say I was gonna do? I said I was gonna do gold chests until I have the item levels. That's right. Until I have the item levels. For Mert. So just lots of dupes and lots of consumables out of gold chests from now on. Oh, and potentially gold chest feats, right? And epics. We're hunting epics, gold chest feats, and consumables out of our gold chests at this point. Oh, there's another one. Okay, I think I saw that name and then I missed it somehow. Earthsea Trilogy. Okay. God, this is one of those where there's more than just one thing. There's like a 6-book set that's called the Earthsea Cycle set. But then there's a complete illustrated edition? But what do you mean by complete? There's included a Wizard of Earthsea, the Tombs of Atuan, the Farthest Shore. That sounds like the 6. Wait, does that match the 6 that I was looking at over here? A Wizard of Earthsea. God dang it. Oh, stop it. Let me move this up here, because it's not behaving. A Wizard of Earthsea, yeah, that was book 1. The Tomb of Atuan would be book 2. Farthest Shore would be book 3, okay. Tahanu was 4, Tales from Earthsea was 5, the other one was 6, and then The Daughter of Odrin and Earthsea Revisioned, a lecture at Oxford University, and it's all in one book. And it's cheaper than buying them all separately. Sounds like a win. Sounds like getting that one's the win. I will add that to the book list. All right. With regard to loose for the TV show and loose for the graphic novels, there are quite a few differences between the two. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I really enjoyed the show version. I just want to read the source material, even if it's different. I treat books, movies, TV shows, animated series, whatever, but video games. These are separate forms of a similar story, right? Yeah, I understand that. Was ship raising? It was no, it was something else. Hold on. Ship of Magic and Red Rising, 2 different things. Red Rising by Pierce Brown is the start of a series. Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb is the start of a series. Lurking Rider. See, okay, the Books of Magic. That was the other one I was thinking would come up at some point. I'd forgotten the name of it. I was like, didn't Gaiman do like a Magic Boy before She Who Must Not Be Named? Okay. That. No. Wait, what? Oh, now I'm real confused. Now I'm real confused. Okay. We'll come back to that in a second. When my brain stops breaking. There's some weirdness when I try to look up that Books of Magic. Off Armageddon Reef? Okay. Okay. Hold on. Book 1 of 10. Wow, yeah, that's a few. No, that's not what I want. That's neat, but that's not what I want. Okay. That might be difficulty to get a hold of. Okay, here's one. I'm like, all I can find are ebooks. And this one's like, only one left. Order soon. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Don't do that to me. Because I will. Because I will. Thank you, Loopy. I got that one in there. Okay, so hold on. Let's You got a response from Peter on your ticket? Yeah. They do that sometimes. If it's something that like has to go beyond beyond Taylor, sometimes Peter will respond. So yeah, so here's the thing with Books of Magic. I'm looking at the Books of Magic Omnibus 1, and it's got a list of like the Books of Magic 1 through 32, The Children's Crusade 1 through 1 through 2, Vertigo Gallery Dreams and Nightmares 1, Vertigo Preview 1, Vertigo Visions Doctors Occult 1, Who's Who 15, or I can't, like, it has all of this stuff all in one place. But then there's the Books of Magic, which is just the novel, I guess. I don't know. It just says, yeah. Books of Magic collects all 4 issues of the original miniseries and introduces the character of Timothy Hunter. But then there's the Books of Magic Omnibus 2. Well, the omnibuses are expensive. Yeah. So I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking at. There's the Books of Our Magic Omnibus 3. Good lord. Are there 3 omnibi? It's probably not the word. So I guess that's, if I want that, then I probably want the omnibus. Omnibi. It's a sexual orientation. I'm omnibi. I don't know if I should. Pearl of Omnibuses is omnibuses? Sure. That's probably less problematic. But if I have the, so here's my question though, like if I have the Sandman omnibuses, then are these stories going to be in that? I'm so confused. Or is it completely separate? I'll throw one on the list, but I'm a little confuzzled. Alright. Dispossessed? By Ursula Le Guin. Come on. Alright. I don't mind sci-fi. Extra Critical Role channel content? Is there... What? What? Oh. They're playing a game. Oh, they're playing that card game, right? The Wheel of Time. I think, I watched that as a show. Yes. The Dragon Reborn. I've watched that as a show. I enjoyed that as a show. I'm totally down for that. Okay. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah. One of your best friends is one of the 4 original Book of Magic books? Nice. Omnibus. Yes, that's way better, Prince Guinevere. The plural of omnibus is omnibus. Omnibus. I mean, is it really an omnibus if it doesn't contain everything? If there's got to be a 1, 2, and a 3, is it an omnibus? Omnibus. I like omnibus. I like omnibus. Did the Rowan and the ship who sang to your list? If you never. That sounds familiar. Did I read those at some point? The ship who sang sounds super familiar. This sounds familiar, but I'll have to. What I'll have to do is I'll have to look at my bookshelf, or at my at the Anne McCaffrey section of my bookshelves, because there's a lot of books there. And see, I'm going to throw it over here, but that sounds real familiar. The ship who sang definitely sounds super familiar. These may have been ones that I read at the library at school instead of buying later on. That sounds super familiar. I'll have to check my bookshelf. Very well. There was a time when I actually went to a school that had an actual library, and I read a lot. I was like just devoured so many books. It's a commitment, though. There's some hefty books, and there's a lot of them. I mean, that's Sanderson. I've been reading Sanderson. Is that's a hefty books, and there's a lot of them. It feels like. Yeah, no, I have the whole Pern series. Well, I think last time I checked, I had all of them. Which time do you need before you test? I'm not ordering them right now, so there can be no tests. At some point after I get them and read them, then we'll see what happens. But look at us going super deep. We're gonna be clearing 500. Yeah, still above the leveling curve. I don't know where this is gonna fall off. I don't know if it's gonna fall off. We're up to E15 favor. This is gonna be ridiculous if it just keeps going. This one we won't be able to finish on stream, unfortunately. All right, Dance Lover, thanks for hanging out. Hope you get some good rest. I watched The Expanse. I know it's a book series. I should probably put that on the list, yeah. First 3 book box set, that works. Okay. Any tips on Turn of Fortune's Wheel? So pushing, I mean, it should just be like normal. The problem what you're going to run into if you're just throwing a pushing group is that you're not going to be able to like soft cap your champions. You're not going to really be able to level them up much at all because you can't get any gold. So what I recommend is building you're kind of like in your first run to give yourself some good favor is build a team that's just based around boosting your gold find as high as possible. Like just almost like you're Azaka farming. But have it try to make it pure gold find instead of like you don't necessarily want crawl in it until later. You wouldn't necessarily you'd want freely in if you have them because of the boost to your favor gain that they can give you. But basically you're just trying to do pure gold find and get it as high as possible. Oh, it went back. How dare you? It wasted my ultimate. Wasted my ultimate. You know what, we're gonna... You know what? That's super annoying. We're gonna have to do this. The Courage is gonna tank. So it never wastes an ultimate again. So you're gonna have to just like throw in and just push with a gold find team and earn a bunch of gold, and then when you have a lot of gold, then you kind of wall with that gold find team. Like save that as one of your save formations, and then switch to a pushing team and push super far, and save that as a formation. And then when you get to the end of that and you kind of can't upgrade anymore and you're walling, like pop a fire breath potion, just like a 5-minute one. And as you're clearing with click damage, switch back to that gold find team and do what's been dubbed dirty gold farming. Just grab a lot off the butt until it stops clicking, switch back to a pushing team, level up your champions, and then just do this kind of stutter step through Turn of Fortune's Wheel. Switching between a gold find team and a pushing team, and just let that occasional dirty gold farming be how you're earning the gold as you get to higher and higher levels. Yeah. It is a unique way of doing things over there because there is no gold find curve over there. It's a gold find plateau. It's like you get nothing and you like it. So you got to really ride like a gold find, dirty gold farming. Yeah. Yeah, I absolutely read Ship Husang. That whole when I was reading the thing, I absolutely have read that. At least the first book. I don't know if I got much further. I don't know. There's no gold find curve, only Zool. I don't think Zool's here today, actually. Maybe they are. Maybe they're lurking. The event favor go to all campaigns? No, this isn't a season. It is an event. So the event it stays events. It stays you convert it to a specific place. Seasons it went everywhere. Again, people keep thinking events 2.0 is some replacement for seasons. It's not. It's a replacement for events. And they added in a new way, like they took the rework champions feature out of seasons and put it into events. Night Niscus. Thanks for hanging out. I read David Weber's Honor Harrington. Oh, you were asking Lurking Rider. I've never heard about it. Boop, boop. Well, yeah, it's going to convert directly to a specific campaign, like always, but maybe at a slightly higher rate. Maybe at a slightly higher rate. Like if we come over here, Lyra's Favor. I don't know. It seems EO9 is not. I mean, it seems like the same amount, the same conversion. You're basically off the 9. 10% per order of magnitude seems similar. I guess maybe they didn't change that. Maybe they just changed how like the gold find gain. To E16. Man, this is going to be such a huge favor gain after the event ends. Ridiculous. I mean, I've enjoyed, I enjoy sci-fi. I don't know that I read as much sci-fi as fantasy. Yeah, I'll add that one in. Dang it, I closed it. Oops. Oh. I don't know that I want to use more. I know we're not finishing this. We're not finishing this run on stream, so I don't know that I'm going to use more speed potions, folks, because it's going to have to do its thing. Ooh, here's the weekend. Heart of Iron weekend. Triple Avernus, or Triple Fury for Karlach. Triple Courage for Nally. Triple everything. Triple spec choices, I should say, for Makos. Triple Vampiric Gaze. That actually makes her speed effect improve, too. I think? I can't remember. Triple Twilight Trickery. I doubt I've gotten my newsletter chest. for the new account. I see the one for my main. No, not for the new one. Not for the new one. No, I don't care about that. Oh, that's right. I'm like, that's on my wish list? Oh, okay. What? Hmm. Huh. And you're like, what are you and hawing about? Someone wants to send me a code to a cozy fishing game? Oh, maybe. And it had an interesting hook line to it. I'll have to check it out later. I have to check it out later. Find a way to justify. I mean, look, maneuvering for broadsides, etc. Like, there is no reason to not think of, like, a lot of people want to do. Hey, you're doing like starfighter combat. You're flying like planes in space, and that's for small ships. Absolutely, it's for small maneuverable spaceships. Yes, but if you're on a massive spaceship, that's going to be a lot more like a sailing ship and doing broadsides and things. I know Star Wars didn't really do it that way, but Star Wars didn't. Like, Star Wars was just like, we're just floating along, and like, uh, yeah, with their big stuff. But yeah, absolutely, you could totally see that. Huh. Yeah, that's interesting. All right. Yeah, like I said, I threw the first book in. We'll see what happens. Greetings, Starfighter. Oh my god. Yeah, it's such a good movie. It's such a good movie. Like, man. Ugh. Like, I can't remember if there was a video game tie-in back then, but I still feel like that could be a pretty good video game now. That could be a pretty good video game now. Talking about The Last Starfighter, folks. For those who don't know. Last Starfighter could be an amazing single-player video game. It'd be so good. It'd be so good. Always bugs me when ships that are only ever in space are aerodynamic. Why? Because the people that made them are like, one of the reasons is because the people that design them are live in atmosphere and have a problem thinking outside the box. That's one reason. The other, and we've kind of seen it in some places, is sometimes they go into atmosphere and bad things happen most of the time because they're not some of them aren't built as ideally as they should be. But yeah, sometimes that's why, right? But not, I don't think every. Yeah, I don't know that every sci-fi one makes their ships necessarily aerodynamic, makes their spaceships necessarily aerodynamic. But there's probably, like, I don't think they go into why they're designed the way they are either. Like some of it could literally be, well, we had to, the way we have to build our you know, uh, oh God, ship works. Like we have to section it, like, and do it a certain way so it ends up being in a very thing because we couldn't have like an enormous ship works. Like, I don't know, that could be part of it. Like, I don't know. I don't know that they ever explain that all the time though. The future on it. We're going underwater. How much pressure can the ship hold? I don't know. It's a spaceship, so none. Hmm. Yeah, the Borg cube inner chat. Yeah, I mean the Borg are obviously a collective uh, that is highly logical and scientific, right? Like they are following. They're gonna do a different thing. But even they have a sphere. Checkmate. No. Spoiler alert. If you didn't know that the Borg have a sphere. But I feel like the cube and the sphere are more that they assimilate and are always adding like extra layers, is what it felt like. And that makes total sense, right? But they also have no interest in ever leaving, or it feels like, in leaving space. Oh. Yeah, aerodynamic is more about like how does the air flow around something. Then we start getting into like F1 talk, right? And how you're putting and can you design a shape so that not only does the air move easily around it, but it holds the vehicle. When talking about cars, holds the vehicle down. If it's an aircraft, you want it to maintain its thing, and in certain conditions, make it go up and move, and yeah. But in space, different rules apply. Star Trek, I believe ships in the warp bubble still experience subspace turbulence. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know necessarily how that works, right? Borg have a diamond, do they? I know they have a sphere and a cube. But I guess if you spin the cube at an angle, it's a diamond. No. Yeah, this pyramid is the Stargate. Wait. Oh man, I enjoyed the original, like the movie, and then the original TV show. After that, I didn't get to watch all of it, so I don't know. What the hell is an aluminum falcon? Yeah. F1 returns this weekend, right? Tonight? Do I get to watch? Do I get to watch free practice tonight? I think I do. Last week was the off week. Ooh, that's perfect timing because I just finished watching Netflix series House of Ninja, which really should have been called House of Shinobi because that's the term they used the whole movie long. But I enjoyed it for what it was. Yeah. Well, we just finished that, so now F1. Now F1. There's a rectangular scout ship. Well, I don't remember that at all. I even went back. Well, I haven't seen any of the more recent Star Trek series because they've all been on some paid per view, their paid streaming service that I don't have. But if we go back like 5-6 years, I saw everything before that, all the movies, all the TV shows. I even went for a period of time and just walked myself back through all of it just to make sure I'd seen it all again. Paramount Plus, yeah, I don't have that. I don't have that, but I've heard good things about some of the more recent stuff. So at some point, maybe I'll get to watch it. It took me over 20 years to realize the actor who played Daniel in the Stargate movie is not the same one who played him in the TV show. Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. Again, I don't worry about stuff like that. Even when they have to change like an actor, and I know there's a lot of people that are kind of freaking out about Cavill not being the Witcher, and I'm just like, I don't care as long as the story's still good and the new actor does a good job. Like, I don't care who it is. It might be better. You're prejudging. It might be better. Look at Cruz playing Reacher, and then I can't remember the guy's name that plays him in the TV show. Way better. Oh my god, there would have been a whole movie series if it had been that guy. Watch the TV show Reacher, folks. We've had this discussion before. So good. So good. How am I doing this variant without Strix? Nathalis, they fixed it, and they didn't tell anybody. They changed it so you can go in without Strix if you don't have Strix. But they didn't tell anybody. Yeah, we got close on that one. I just want to point out, though, this is tier 1, and I'm at 551. I'm still going. I'm still going. I feel like we're not going to make it to 2001. I don't know if it's gonna work, but we're gonna try. Yeah, I haven't seen the Picard stuff. A lot of people probably won't look back to see that it's available now, and that I hate that. Hate that. I mean, they could have at least included a note about it here, and they didn't. At this point, they need a in-game pop-up, but we probably won't get that either. You're I like this. ... You're trying to get to 2001? Yes, Thalo. So here's the thing. This adventure comes with a built-in attack speed boost, and ultimate cooldown reduction. Ultimate cooldowns are 40 seconds each. My attack speed on Rosie is 133. The Dark Urge 167. My Strix was at 167 too, so pretty accurate when I did it on my main account. But the other thing it is the damage is increased in each area. So every area you move to, there's an all champs damage bonus that just keeps accruing. And on my main account, just with Strix and Rosie, I went to 2001, no problem. Zero problems. Cruised right through it. Because the damage scaling kept me kept my bud above the area base monster health. So I'm trying to see so far. I mean, we're at 556 and we're like E150 damage. We shouldn't be, but we are because of that buff. So I'm trying to see how far we can ride it. I started this with 2 EO9 event favor, Lyra's favor. We're at 3 E17, so this is my favor run in the event. This is my favor run in the event. It's a free favor run. I don't even have to have champions. It's just they're buffing me and giving it to me. It's like, why not? Why not? Oh, yeah, use Dungeon Master. I don't. You don't even need. That's the thing. You don't even need to bring in any other champions. Yeah, speed potion. Well, we've only got 12 minutes left, and we're not going to finish this run on stream. It's going to be the one stream that can, or the one run that continues off stream. So I didn't want to. I didn't want to spend a very valuable limited resource. I do need to spend a fire breath potion. I need to keep spending fire. I should have just used my epic, but I'll probably have to keep doing fire breath potions. Just so I don't have to. Well, you know what? No, I'm gonna let it because I'm gonna go to dinner, getting taco salad from the good Mexican place tonight. Nice. I'm so happy. I've been craving it all week long. And then I'm going to watch F1. Tonight's a good night. Tonight's a good night. So, good taco salad. And this one does the bowl. The bowl is this really good, flaky shell, like the shell. It's so good. So, it's the kind that's really great for just breaking off and like eating with. I eat the whole thing. There's nothing left when I'm done with this thing. It's that good. Yeah. So I'm not going to leave potions on, and then it's going to run overnight, and we'll touch back in with it in tomorrow's episode, day 18. This will be the one thing that we let run. Now I'm wondering if I crippled my potential event progress by not getting Rosie. Don't worry about it. Again, I didn't. They did this because they didn't tell anyone. It's like don't fret. I mean, yeah, if you didn't get Rosie, you're missing out. But getting Rosie before was you could do 2 variants without Strix. Was you could do 2 variants and then you were blocked. You know, it would be a different thing if they told everybody before the last. It would have had to have changed it before Wednesday, and I don't know when they changed it because they didn't tell anybody. Who am I rooting for? Are we talking F1? I really just like, honestly, good races. Like good competitive races. When people are doing really well, especially if maybe they're not supposed to, or just, yeah, honestly, anyone except for Red Bull in general. Well, really anybody except Max Verstappen. I'm just, not because he's a bad person or anything. I'm just tired of seeing him win over and over and over again. I'll take Checo. I'll take Checo beating Max. Like, man, Checo and Max fighting at the front. I would take that as a good race. But generally, I'm like, can I see some good racing? And could someone other than Red Bull win? It doesn't happen lately, but that's what I look for. That's what I look for. Even the table, I got eaten too. No, but I mean, because a taco salad comes in a crispy shell, and what I do with all the stuff inside, and it's all gone. Time is tomorrow stream. That's a good question. So I got the tutorial show in the morning, and it's going to be Garwa's Guide to the Mid Game, which is scaring me. I've got to remember to make some notes tonight. I'm sure I'll upset people somehow. And then we'll be back at noon Pacifically on this channel. For more of this. Do I have 60 minutes of content for tomorrow's tutorial show? Probably. I mean, it's like we're going to be talking about the things that I think are like an important part of the mid game to focus on, like where do you transition to the mid game, and then what should you be focusing on, and then how do we do that efficiently? And so we're going to be talking some about trials. We'll talk some about Modron cores. We'll talk some about patron stuff. Like we're gonna kind of dip into that kind of mid game power source, because at that point you can't rely on favor anymore. Yeah. Still rooting for Hamilton, but I don't expect anything special to happen until he's burnt. Yeah, I'm constantly rooting for Lewis Hamilton. But yeah, I want to see Lewis win the championship that got stolen from him. So, but I don't think Mercedes cares. I don't think they've given him they didn't give him a car the last couple years, and it sounded like at the end of last year, like they were like, oh yeah, we screwed up. We're gonna get you a different car next year, and I don't think they did. So yeah. Domination is boring. Eve is a Hamilton fan. Mercedes domination was boring. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I get it. I didn't really start until there was more. I didn't start watching F1 heavily until there was a bit more competition. Like when I arrived, it was more of a fight. So, yeah. 9 to 11 on CNE, then 12 to 4 p.m. on this channel. We usually do 4 hours. Pacifically speaking. Hamilton has dominated musical theater for the last decade. Wait, no, that's not it. Love Hamilton. I can't listen. I can't even listen to the soundtrack of Hamilton without crying when it gets to It's Quiet Uptown. Done every time. And I've listened to that so many times on repeat. It just nope. Get me every time. There's no wearing that one out. Are we going to end game on Easter weekend? No, I'm not. The only reason I'll be honest. The only reason Lauren and I was like, we've never done I'm like, we were trying to come up with ideas. I'm like, we've never done in mid game. Like I can kind of, I don't have a guide for that, but I can kind of understand how that would work. Oh, spoiler alert. Actually, I'm not doing a tutorial show next weekend. I actually took a day off because really we were like, man, we were forcing ideas and I was like, I don't like any of these really. How about I just take a day off? Because we kind of came into a space where there just wasn't anything that we hadn't done recently, and there's stuff coming up that we have stuff after that. So yeah, March 23rd. So Saturday's mid game, and then I come back April 6th with Greengrass. And then after that, I'm booked. I've got everything through the end of May is figured out. But we just could not come up with like a good thing that we hadn't done fairly recently. Yeah. But yeah, I figure, I haven't missed a tutorial show. I don't think I've missed a tutorial show. So it's like, and I don't usually take days off. I was like, well, I don't know, I like money, but maybe I just don't do anything that weekend. Quick legendaries question. What happens if you reforge a legendary that's more than level 1? It stays at the level, but the buff changes. Like it just changes to the different thing. But you keep the level. Oh, and I watched whoever put that thing. Was it you, Lurking Rider, who put the thing on the F1 announcer that I never heard because I wasn't listening? Murray something? I watched that the other day. It was good. It was good. Oh, Shevik shared it. Okay. Whoever put it in. I remember we were talking about it. Murray Walker. I remember we were talking about it in chat, but yeah. I listened to Cantata Pansophical's Exandrian Vox Machina version of Hamilton. No. But if you want to throw that in the Discord, At some point, I will try. No promises. I gotta have a free time where I'm not watching a stream or something, and I can put it on in the background. First guide to unwrapping chocolate eggs. Yeah. I stream on this channel next week. Yeah, all my streams are normal. I won't have a tutorial show next week on that Saturday. I'll still have GG2E on Thursday, but it was like forcing a topic just didn't feel right. No, it doesn't have anything to do with putting off singing. Again, you got to get to 500 episodes for that. That's right, Lurking Writer. You were quoting him in chat. That's okay. Yeah, I see. I feel like I would have enjoyed, like when I was listening to that documentary. I felt like I would have enjoyed listening to him call races, but yeah. I remember them talking about it when they were making it, but I don't remember. I guess I just never saw it when it finally got completed. The whole cantata pansophical thing. I remember them like trying to do like tryouts and stuff, and yeah. I just never got to follow up when it was done. What? No, why does it do that? It was. Like, we're not going to rate anybody, but if you want something to do after this, apparently up next at PAX is Sexy Battle Wizards, an audience-guided live himbo improv show, 13 and up. Oh my god. That's hilarious. Okay. Find that on your own, folks. We're going to be at the end of this stream. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks also for the book suggestions. That makes me happy that now I have a good list, wish list for books. If you missed the book wish list section of the stream, check the VOD. Check the VOD. Asking for a friend. Where's this again? Like twitch.tv/PAX. Like one or two or whatever. Like there's a couple PAX channels, but it's one of them. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow morning over on the CNE Games channel. Do not Google Sexy Battle Wizards, no. Again, and then back here for we'll finish this. I don't know what's going to happen. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put Jeremy and Guinevere down here, and I'm going to let them level up these two while I'm away. We didn't have enough for another gold chest, so we're going to call it there. Thanks for hanging out. See you all tomorrow.